I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about positive portrayals, not of Christianity, but going out a little bit, just of virtue. While we were off air earlier, we were talking about Bollywood movies and how awesome they are. And I think it's primarily because of there's not a political agenda being pushed. It's just telling good stories for the sake of telling good stories. You guys haven't seen this, but you've seen RRR, haven't you, Ben?
I haven't. I really need to see it.
I'm going to say RRR a lot on the radio, which is a hard thing to say. But it's on Netflix right now, RRR. And it is a Bollywood movie that's just hyper patriotic Indian movie about them overcoming British colonization and all of these things. And the good guys are such good guys. And you would think that it's cheesy, but there's a few things that I really like. The first thing is, they're both portrayed as virtuous men. They both do virtuous things. They both have to decide whether or not like doing something unvirtuous is worth it and ends justify the means kind of thing. It's really interesting to see them work through. And it is, I think, the best portrayal of male friendship in a movie I've seen in forever. They have a whole friendship montage where, they're like growing closer together throughout the whole thing. There's even a scene where one's riding a horse and the other one's riding a motorcycle and like laughing and talking. And if we were to show that today, everybody would be like, oh, somebody struggles with same-sex attraction. Oh, he must have a boy crush, whatever. But there's none of that. That's not even hinted at. It's like, no, this is an authentic male relationship of these guys who really love and care about each other. And they have this beautiful male intimacy that you just don't see because there's nothing romantic about it. It's this platonic, loving friendship that they have. It's beautiful. And you very seldom get to see that anymore.
As a conservative guy on a Catholic show, I will say nothing seems more bigoted than like that automatic assumption that friendship between guys has some sort of like sexual connotation.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's actually lots of gay people who would agree because so many people will be like, wow, look at this wholesome relationship these guys have. It's because they're gay. We know it is.
Right. It's got to be. Even in like kids' movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so sad because definitely male relationships have not been, I think, have suffered a lot like the past like century because lots of people have tried, I think because they're so scared of gayness, they're like, guys just can't be friends anymore.
Right.
It's not worth the risk.
Or that friendship has to be so surface level and there can be no actual intimacy, right? There can be no actual like, hey, I love you and I care about you and I want you to know that, right? And that is so broken and so disordered and against everything that we as like a society have been doing. Our civilization, right, is built on a lot of these platonic relationships that are really good and wholesome and have no romantic or sexual element to them. And that's normal and okay, and how the vast majority of our relationships are supposed to be.
Well, if you go back and read like letters of our, the forefathers. Yeah. Like Thomas Jefferson, like even when they were planning out the, Lewis and Clark's expedition, he was really good friends with Lewis, Meriwether Lewis, and they were write letters to each other, and they would express, this is back before they were like inundated with media like I am, and so like they would like really take time to write good letters and express their hearts to each other, and it wasn't weird to like say like I care for you more than anyone these days, and like
I miss you, I love you, I'm praying for your well-being, I long for the time I get to see you again.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a normal experience that we have with other people, but why can't we verbalize that?
You send me texts like that all the time.
Constantly. Dearest Thomas, many a moon has passed since I last gazed upon your face.
Whoa, hey, you made it at the end of the video. Way to go. Congratulations. Good for you. That's hard to do nowadays. If you have a second, could you please drop us a like, subscribe, and if you really enjoyed this episode, go check out our full Honest to God. This is just a clip. There's so much more to this.